Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem. The problem name is put marble in bags, and the problem number is 2551. Alright guys, so first of all, we are going to clearly understand this problem statement. Fine. And second, after that, we are going to move to the logic part. We are going to see how we can solve this problem. And third, after that, we are going to move to the implementation part. We are going to implement our logic in Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language. Fine guys, now let's see what this problem says, right? So problem says you have a k bags. We are given a k bags. Fine. You are given zero indexes integer array weights where weights of I is the weight of ith marble, and you are also given an integer k. That means nothing but bag, right? So guys, two things is given. The first thing is nothing but integer. That is nothing but k, which is nothing but we can say total number of bags. Second is nothing but we can say array. Right? Array is nothing but we can say weights, which is nothing but weights of each index, right? Here array it's look like 3 2 3 4 1. That means on jth index the weight of marble 0, on first index weight of marble 1, on second index weight of marble 2, and on third index weight of marble 1, marble 3, right? That is simple, we can say weight of each marble. Fine. Now divide the marbles into k bag according to the following rules. Now, how we can divide these marbles into k bags? The first rule is no bag should be empty. Right? It's not like you left one bag empty. Right? You have to put at least one marble in each bag. If the ith marble and jth marble are in a bag, then all marble within an index between I and j indices should also be in that same bag. If ith marble and jth marble is in the bag, then all the indexes between these should also be in the same bag, right? It's not like let's say, let me give an example. Let's say we have this bag 2 3 4 5 6, right? If we put and this 2 and 4 in the same bag, let's say bag 1, then this 3 should also be going that bag 1 only. It should not like this is going in bag 2 or bag 5. It should be going this bag 1 only, right? So that means if I and j are put in a same bag, then between all the indexes which present between I and j should also be present in the same bag, right? And if a bag consists of all the marbles with the index from I to j inclusively, then the cost of bag is weight of I plus weight of j. As we have put 2 and 4 in a bag 1, so we have to count this only weight 2 and 4. So weight of the bag 1 is nothing but 6. I hope it makes sense, right? We are not counting 3 in this particular bag, right? All right, so now the score after distributing the marble is the sum of the cost of all the k bags. Now, guys, what is the score? Score is nothing but we are going to say the sum of all the we can say this particular sum of all the bags is nothing but the total score. Right here, nothing but you can see 2 plus 4 is nothing but we can say 6. So cost of bag 1 is nothing but 6, and so on. If let's say bag are 5, so cost of all the bags, if you sum up all these scores, then you are gonna get nothing but a score, right? They return the difference between maximum and minimum score along the among the marble distributions. Now what we have to find? We have to find a maximum score we can get. We have to find a minimum score we can get, and after that we have to just subtract it. Simple thing. We have to find difference between maximum and minimum. Right. This is the only thing we have to do in this problem. Just we are given one array that is nothing but that tells us the weight of each marble, and now we have to divide this marble into we can say distribute into some bags, k bags, and after that we have to calculate the score. So we have to calculate maximum score and minimum score, and after that we have to subtract maximum and minimum, and we have to return that particular answer. Simple thing, guys, right? Now let's understand with the example, then we can see how it's gonna work, right? So first example, we have 1 3 5 and 1, and k is 2. Simple, right? So that means we have two bags, and we have to divide all these values, means all these marbles, 4 marbles, into two bags, such that after that once divided, after that we have to calculate the max score, then we have to calculate the minimum score, then we have to do max minus minimum, right? So let's see how this particular example is working. So guys, in this example, what they have done, they have told us that firstly they have divided in explanation like this. See guys, whenever k is 2, that means two bags, so we have to draw only one line. Why? Because if we draw one line, then only we can say this is the left side for one bag, this is for second bag, right? So we have to draw k minus one line every time, right? So here we have to draw only one line because k was 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, so we have to draw one line. This left side tells us that the bag 1, and right side tells us the bag 2. So in bag 1 we have only one marble, right? So here I is equal to also 0 and j is equal to also 0. So sum if you will do here I plus j, that is nothing but 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. So cost of bag 1 is nothing but 2, right? And here cost of bag 2, let's see, cost of bag 2 is 3, and this is nothing but 1, right? So what is this nothing but we can say 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4, right? You are getting this, right? 3 plus 1 is nothing but we can say 4, right? So 4 cost of back 2 is nothing but cost of back 2 is nothing but 4. So total cost is nothing but 6. So which is nothing but score, right? 6 is the score. If we draw this particular line over here, that means if we distribute like this marbles, right? First marble is gonna go in bag 1 and rest of the marble is gonna go in bag 2. Then we are getting cost 6, right? So this is nothing but we can say minimum cost. So far we are gonna get, right? You can't get a cost less than this. You can try any of the possible options, right? After that we are going to get a maximum. So let's get maximum. For that maximum, what we are going to, we are going to split over here. We are going to draw line here, and here if you notice, then the cost of first bag is nothing but 3 plus 1 4, second bag is nothing but 5 plus 1 6, and 4 plus 6 is 10. So this is nothing but we can say the maximum score, right? And after that we have to do just maximum minus minimum. 10 minus 6 is nothing but 6, 10 minus 6 is nothing but 4, right? So we can say 4 is nothing but the answer. So this is the possible minimum possible score, we get 6. This is the maximum possible score, we get 10, right? Here they have provided in the explanation, so we just simply did this. But how we are going to come, whether we have to draw line here only, we could draw line here as well, right? So why we have drawn here, that thing we are going to see in the logic part. But in the problem understanding part, you need to just understand how this example is going to work, right? So I hope you get this particular thing. Now let's see the second thing, right? Second example, simple guys. We are given first array, bits array, means there are two marble only, and k is equal to 2, means we have to divide distribute into two bags. So answer is always going to be 0, right? We have to distribute one marble in second one bag, second marble in the second, right? The cost is always going to be same. We can distribute only one way. There's only one we can say choice, so we can say cost is score is always going to be same. So if you minimum is also same, maximum is also same, so maximum minus minimum is always going to be 0. Simple guys. So we can see guys, simple thing, whenever k is equal to 2 and we have to distribute into two bag, we have only two marbles only, so cost is all we can say result is always going to be 0, right? So now let's move to the logic part. There we are going to understand how we can solve this problem, right? So logic is going to be really easy guys, really easy, simple thing guys. Let me show you. So I have done logic here, and let's take a, first of all let me tell you first condition. If our k is equal to the length of our marbles, right? So if k is equal to total marbles, so we can say n, then we are always going to return 0. Simple. If a number of bags is equal to the number of marbles, so we have to put each marble in each bag, right? So we can say always cost is going to be always same, sum is always going to be same. So we can say nothing but the maximum minus minimum is always going to be 0. Second condition, if k is equal to 1, means there is only one bag, then also return 0, because we have to put all the marble in one bag. The cost is always going to be same, sum score is always going to be same, so return always 0. Third condition now we have to check, right? This two condition comes, then we have to return 0. Now third condition we are going to see how we can solve this one. So guys, I'm going to take 1 3 5 and 1, right? So this is the first example, 1 3 5 1. Now guys, as I have told you, let me write here 1 3 5 1. So we are given k is nothing but we can say 2. So we have to draw how many lines? K minus 1 line. So here we are going to draw one line. So we can draw here, we can draw here, we can draw anywhere, right? So what we are going to do, simple thing, we are going to draw everywhere, right? And once we draw, we are going to calculate the sum. So if I draw, think about now here, this is the main part which you have to understand. If I draw here 1, right? If I draw here line, then what is the cost of this bag, this first bag? Just tell me quickly. What is the cost of this bag, first bag? Is going to be 1 plus 1, which is method 2. You will say like this, right? So if I draw line here, then the bag previous cost is going to be I plus j, right? So I is also this, j is also this, right? So this is going to be method cost 2. But we are not going to do that part. And why we not going to do? We are going to, I'm going to show you one, let me show you discussion. So where we have understood. So guys, here I have understood from there. So if you will see here guys, in this example, we have this one, right? 1 0 0, this particular, let's say this particular thing, let me just copy this particular part, right? Let me just show you. This is very important and very easy to understand, right? And if you understood this particular one, so you can easily solve this problem, right? So just let me write over here. So guys, this is the thing. So okay, fine. Array. Now let's see. So guys, here you can see this is the example, right? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is nothing but an array marbles, right? They have taken, and k was nothing but 3. That means how many lines we have to draw? We have to we have to draw line nothing but 3, right? So I can say they have drawn like 1 after 2 and after 8, right? So this is how they have drawn k minus 1 line. Because k was 3, we have to we have three bags and we have to three bags, so we have to draw line two, because the first, this is the first bag, this is second bag, this is third bag, right? Now once this is done, so we are going to get the cost of this is nothing but 0 plus 2, right? Let me just go a little low. So cost of first bag is nothing but 0 plus 2, you can see guys. So 0 plus 2 here, right? The cost of second bag is nothing but I plus j, nothing but 3 plus 7. Try to understand this, guys. This is going to be really important. And the third bag is nothing but 8 plus 7. 8 plus not 7, this is 9, right? 8 plus 9, right? So this is the cost we are going to get, right? Now what I am doing is, guys, I'm going to say whenever you're drawing a line, so the previous cost and forget about previous cost and next cost, the cost is going to be nothing but 2 plus 3, the adjacent sum, nothing but just only this adjacent sum. So with my perspective, what I'm saying is, I'm going to say this is just according to the rule, according to rule, and according to me. Me means, guys, whatever they have suggest, so I have just understood from there. So according to me, nothing but 2 plus 3, and second line I have drawn here, so 7 plus 8, simple. 7 plus 8. Yes, you are getting this particular thing now, right? So what now we are going to do, we are going to say, is this the same thing according to rule or according to me, is both are same or no? Yes, they are same. You will say no, it's not same, because here we are adding 9, here we are adding 0. Now guys, think about this. If I just write like this, if I just write like this, 0 plus 2 plus 3 and 7 plus 8 plus 9, I can write this one line as it is, right? Isn't it? And this is only my line. 2 plus 3, 7 plus 8, 2 plus 3 and 7 plus 8, and 0 plus 9 is extra, right? And why we need to take this particular value, when we know that if we are going to calculate the minimum or maximum, this first and last value always come in each and every case. If you divide in any of the way, this first and last value is always going to come. If you write give a line here, if you give a line here, if you give a line here, then this first and last line always going to come, right? So we don't need to take this, because this they will always going to cancel out. It will always come in maximum score, it will always come in minimum score, and if we subtract it, so 0 plus 9 is here also, 0 plus 9 here as well, so this will going to cancel out, right? So we don't need to take that one. So we can say whenever you're drawing a line, just take the that particular index plus the next index, right? So by this, according to me and according to rule, are same thing. So we are not going to do in that particular part taking I plus j, just we can do that particular thing, right? So now guys, what we are going to do in this our first example, now let's move to our example only. So just this part is already over now, we don't need to take much focus over here now. All right, so our example was saying, so we were having k is equal to 2 and the array was 1351, right? So 1351 and k is equal to, this is third case where k is equal to 2, right? So guys, I am going to draw a line here. First time I'm going to take each and every possibility, second time I'm going to draw a line here, and third time I can draw a line here, right? Right. So if I draw a line here, so what is the cost? I told you, na, this one and the next one. 1 plus 3 is next one, 4. If I draw a line here, then what is the cost? 3 plus 5, 8. If I draw a line here, then 5 plus 1 is 6. Simple. Right. So this is the cost which we got, right? Now what we are going to do? We are going to say this is the cost, right? So we can say, guys, now how many bags we have to put these marbles? We have to put in 2 bags, right? We have to put in 2 bags. So we are going to say k minus 1 line we have drawn, because the first term and second term is not going to, last term is not going to play a role, right? So we're going to say now just k minus 1 is nothing but 1 only, right? So take first value and last value, and 6 minus this is not 5 plus 1 is, let me just give it a second. Right, so this is the goal, but what we have forgot here is nothing but to sort it, right? So that's what I'm saying, that so we have to sort it, right? Otherwise we need to find every time 4 6 8, this is nothing but sorted value. First we have done this thing, post array. Second thing is sorted. The third thing is nothing but take the first value 4 and take the last value 8. So 8 minus 4 is nothing but 4, which is nothing but our answer. So 8 tells us that the maximum score, the first value represents the minimum score, because here was case 2. And now I'm going to tell you, give an example here as well. If we have an array after cost, after sorting 2 3 5 8 and 10, right? If this is the cost array after sorting, and key, if here is 4, all 4, that means we have to put in our 4 bags. So we have to say k minus 1 is nothing but 3. So we have to take first 3 value and last 3 value. So last 3 values is nothing but we can say 13 23. First 3 values is nothing but 8 and 5 3 8 and 10. So 10, this is nothing but minimum score, and this is maximum score. 23 minus 10 is 30. So this is how we are going to calculate the answer for each particular example. I hope you are getting this. Still you are not getting, try to I would say try to just revisit this video after the logic section. You will, and try to understand again. If you still you're not getting, don't worry, just try to understand from the implementation part. There definitely you will understand, right? So in the implementation part we are going to understand each and every line which we are going to write. So let's move to the implementation part and let's see how we can implement this. So let me go to description part. So here guys, first of all I'm with the Python, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to say first of all find a post array, right? So I'm going to say post array we have to find. Before that, first of all we have to check two conditions which we have already seen. The first condition is, first of all let's find a length, weight. So first condition is what? If n is equal to k, or we can say if k is equal to 1. If k is equal to 1, that means we have to put all marble in a one bag. That always going to be 0. And not and, or n is equal to k, then we have to return 0. Means we have n bags and we have also k marbles. So we have to insert, we have to put each marble in each bag, right? So this is the case going to return 0. Now we are going to say find a cost. Initially they are going to have 0 n minus 1, or I in range of n minus 1. We are going to say cost of I is going to be weight of I plus weight of I plus 1. This is nothing but cost of that particular draw or line. We can say line, right? We have here done an n minus 1, right? That means we can have only n minus 1 option. So we have done that particular loop, right? And if you're not getting this particular thing, so you can easily go from here again and you will see how many possible options were there. There were total 4 marbles, right? But possible to draw a line was 3 only, right? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So always n minus 1 possible option will be there to draw a line. Fine. Now once this is done, we are going to say fine. We are going to say 4I in range of, we can say what we can say, we can say k minus 1, because as I have already shown you, if k is equal to 3, then we have to just draw a line 2 times. K is equal to 2, right? So that's what we are going to do. But before that, again the same mistake, we are going to say post dot sort. Once we sorted, we are going to take first k minus 1 from the left side, first and last k minus 1, and then after that we have to subtract maximum minus minimum. So our maximum is going to be nothing but, we can say 0 initially, and minimum is also going to be 0, right? 0 comma 0. Now we can say maximum plus equal to post of which one? N minus 2 minus I, which is for the last one, and minimum is going to be the first one, post of I. And n minus 2 y, because we have n minus 1 array, size of an array, right? N minus 2 minus I is nothing but it will start from the last and this will start from the front. After that we are going to say maximum minus minimum, just return that maximum minus minimum. Let's run this code and see whether it's working fine or not, and it will work, right? You can see both the test case pass. So let's try to submit this code as well. Fine, and you can see guys, it successfully got submitted. So we have successfully solved this particular one. Now let's move to the next programming language, which is nothing but C++. Here first of all let's go click at length, weights dot size, right? Yes, right. And after that we can say if k is equal to 1, oh, what's happening? If k is equal to 1, then we can say n is equal to k. If k is not equal to 1, if n is equal to k, then also we have to return 0, right? After that we can say for int is equal to 0, I less than k n minus 1 and I plus plus. We have to draw now line. Now before that, what we have to do, we have to create an either we can create array or vector, right? So I'm gonna do with the vector of int, and the name is post, and here size is gonna be n minus 1 always, right? And here I can say post of I is gonna be nothing but weight of I plus weight of I minus 1, I plus 1, right? Once this is done, we are gonna say fine. Just first of all sort this array, right? So we can say sort post dot begin post dot end. Once we have sorted this, we are going to say two variable as well, long maximum, which is initially 0, and minimum, which is also initially 0. Now we are going to say for int is equal to 0, I less than k minus 1 and I plus 1, because actually we have to draw k minus 1 line already, right? So we can say maximum is going to be method plus equal to from the last side, start calculating maximum in from last side. So last is post of 2 minus n minus 2, this is the last index, and minus I for each iterations, and minimum mi plus equal to post of I, right? This is the starting index, right? Now we are going to say nothing but return maximum minus minimum. Why it is okay? Now let's see. चल जा भाई. Let's see. You can see guys, both the test is passed. So let's try to submit this code. So here we can see guys, it also got successfully submitted. Now let's move to the next programming language, which is nothing but Java, right? All right. So in Java, first of all, get a length, and here we can say weights of length, right? It will work, right? And if k is equal to 1, or we can say n is equal to k, then we can directly return 0, right? Return 0. And otherwise, what we have to do, we have to say for int is equal to 0, I less than n minus 1, I plus plus, and here we can say, first of all, we have to make an array or vector. In Java, we don't have vector, we have array list, but let's create an array only, right? Int cost is equal to new int of n size, not n size, n minus 1 size, right? And here we can say cost of I is going to be what cost of, not cost, weights, I plus weights of I plus 1. Right. Once this is done, we are going to say, okay, now we have stored this, so we can say array dot sort, and we have to pass this cost array. After that, we can say, let's say long maximum is 0, minimum is 0. Now we are going to say for int is equal to 0, I less than k minus 1. We have to draw at max k minus 1 line, and here we can say maximum calculating from the last side. So cost of 2, cost of n minus 2 minus I, right? And we can say minimum is going to be method starting from the front, so which is nothing but we can say cost of 0, right? And we have to say cost of 0 not I, right? Which is nothing but for each iterations. After that, we have to return the one maximum minus minimum. So let's see whether it's working fine or not. I hope, guys, it should also work, right? But no, it's giving an error which is nothing but weights of, right? So we have done any mistake over here. Error symbol, can't find a symbol. Cost. Now run, and it should work, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's submit this one as well. And now, guys, you can also say this is not an easy, we can say hard level problem, right? It's a medium level problem, because hard level problem does not have a solution of this 20 lines, right? Now let's move to the JavaScript, and here we are going to say, first of all, let n is nothing but weights dot size, not size, we can say length. And here we can say if our k is equal to 1 or n is equal to k, so we can directly return 0. Now we are going to say create an array, so we can say const array, or let's say length cost is equal to new array of n minus 1, and we are going to say for let I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, right? And we have this, so we can say I plus plus not less than n, I less than n minus 1. And here we are going to say find cost of I is going to be nothing but weight of I plus weight of I plus 1. What is happening? All right, so once we calculate the cost, we are going to sort it. So for sorting, what we are going to do, we are going to say cost of sort, but it was not working. I have tried, so we can say function a comma b, and here we can say return simply a minus b. So we have used our comparator functions, right? So it should work, right? It's why it's giving an error. We will see it later, right? So now once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to say fine for int is equal to 0, I less than, we can say k minus 1, and I plus plus, right? And here we are going to say fine if it is the case. So we are going to do, we are going to say, first of all, let me just go this thing. Do we do like this? All right, so we'll see it, why it's not doing. First of all, let's write a whole code, right? We'll come to this comparator later. So what are we going to do for each k minus 1 draw line? We're going to calculate the minimum and the maximum. So let's define let minimum is 0 and maximum is also 0, right? And here we're going to say fine, and here we have to use let, right? And here we're going to say fine, it is the case. So we are going to say maximum should be plus equal to cost of n minus 2 minus I, right? And minimum is going to be starting from the front, so cost of I. After that, we can simply return maximum minus minimum. So this is the case, right? Let's say to run this code and see whether it's not working or not. Why I am confused why it's giving an error here. So it's giving an error here, that is nothing missing argument, right? Functions a return a minus b. So what is saying? All right. So if we have spanning a wrong function, right? Now let's run. And here we can see, you can see, guys, both the test case pass. So let's try to submit this code as well, and it should also get submitted, right? You can see, guys, it also got successfully submitted. So we have successfully implemented with Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript, right? And we have also seen the logic part. We have also seen the problem understanding part. If you have any kind of doubt in any of the section, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you. And if you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.